3D printing has come a very long way since it was first invented. It started as far back as 1983 when Chuck Hull invented the world's first ever 3D printer. Back then, it was known as rapid prototyping, and the technical name of the method was called stereolithography. It was known as rapid prototyping because 3D printers allowed manufacturers to make prototypes of their products fairly quickly. That was the only thing the technology was used for back then. But in recent years, there's been a lot of media hype concerning 3D printing. In fact, rapid prototyping wasn't known as 3D printing until recently. Today, there are lots more applications of this technology, from creating small objects to large ones, and almost anything can be 3D printed nowadays. Did you know that there is now such a thing as a 3D printed submarine? If you'd like to know more about it, here's what it can do. Robot subs. This 3D printed submarine looks much like the unmanned underwater vehicles used by researchers, industries, and the military. These submersibles are robotic, and they're often tethered to a ship which controls it. Some of them are autonomous with a pre-programmed voyage as well as a list of things to do. They're also equipped with cameras, sonar, and a range of different sensors. These are known as autonomous underwater vehicles, or AUVs. Marine scientists often use these subs to explore the depths of the ocean. These regions are under a lot of pressure, so they're not suitable for human divers, but robot subs can do the job nicely. Thanks to them, scientists have discovered new species of marine life, unique underwater habitats, and places that they didn't expect were down there. The oil and gas industry also has lots of use for robotic subs. Oil companies use them to look for oil deposits underwater. They also help with mapping the ocean floor as well as checking underwater structures for any damage. As for the military, they use these subs to watch the waters for enemies. If there's anything suspicious detected, the robot subs can immediately alert the Navy. Sometimes these subs are also used to disarm underwater mines, clearing the way for the heavier Navy ships to go through. AUVs have been around for a while, but now 3D printing is about to change the game. The Dive LD. Meet the Dive LD, developed by a company called Dive Technologies. The LD stands for Large Displacement. Now, it has that name because of its size, which is larger than current underwater unmanned vehicles. It wasn't made in a shipyard. Most of the components of the Dive LD are 3D printed, and the parts are assembled to make the finished product. Because the craft is unmanned, manufacturing is a bit easier compared to a traditional submarine. For one thing, the Dive LD does not need a huge airtight hull, called a pressure vessel, to accommodate a crew. Instead, only its sensitive electronics need to be protected. That way, the pressure vessels can be much smaller. This means that the manufacturing cost for the Dive LD is a lot lower, too. Equalizing the sub's pressure is also simpler. Because there are no humans inside, the Dive LD can be free-flooded. In other words, water can be allowed to enter the body of the sub, which serves to equalize the pressure. The electronics are protected by the small pressure vessel, so they won't get wet or crushed. The Dive LD is built around an internal skeleton, which is the sub's load-bearing structure. This is surrounded by an outer skin, which provides a smooth, hydrodynamic surface. The pressure vessels housing the electronics and motors are inside the skeleton. Here's the more amazing part. Once each segment of the sub was ready, the Dive LD was completely assembled in just 4 days. 3D printed parts. In the past, many companies have used 3D printing to make large items like furniture, houses, even self-driving cars. They haven't tried making robotic submarines though, so the Dive LD is a historic first. Although Dive Technologies didn't make all the parts themselves, they did create what they call an AUV kit, which ensures that every part from different manufacturers could easily be assembled into a finished product. That's much like how every part of an IKEA cabinet fits together well. The AUV kit includes all the parts needed by the sub. This includes power distribution, propulsion, energy, navigation, communications, and computing. The dive LD is made out of ABS plastic, which is the same material used in Lego blocks. But to make the sub more durable, the ABS used here is reinforced. Think of it like the glass fibers that make fiberglass really strong. The dive LD's hydrodynamic skin was 3D printed by a company in Akron, Ohio called Additive Engineering Solutions. They printed the skin in square-like sections up to 4 feet long and 4 feet wide. Each section could be printed in less than a day and a half. All in all, 9 of these sections make up the dive LD's body. Also, the interior is lined with 85 more 3D printed parts. Once the sections were completed, they were then fitted over the internal skeleton. Afterwards, the skin was smoothened to improve its hydrodynamics, then painted. Fixing the skin to the sub's body took less than 20 minutes. After the sub is assembled, it can be put out to sea immediately. Different subs for different clubs. The first dive LD is 19 feet long and 48 inches in diameter. But according to Dive Technologies, the sub can be scaled up to 7 feet in diameter and any length. They even said that 7 feet is not the absolute limit, meaning much larger subs can be 3D printed. Currently, the dive LD is powered by a 6 kilowatt electric thruster. This provides a top speed of 6 knots, or 7 miles per hour, a lot like many other AUVs. But with the implementation of Dive Technologies' AUV kit, you can make any kind of submarine you need. You can have a big sub, a medium-sized sub, or a small sub with whatever components inside. You could build a sub for marine research, oil exploration, minesweeping, or any purpose. You can even have a fast sub by using a different engine. All you need to do is modify the design to your needs. Then you can have the parts 3D printed in a day and a half. After that, you can have the sub assembled in a jiffy. The entire process, from design to testing, takes only a few weeks. Braving the depths. Traditional manned submarines of the U.S. Navy use a huge pressure vessel as their hull. Inside, water is kept out and the pressure is maintained to keep the crew safe. This design can't withstand very high pressures. With that, many Navy subs can't go very deep. One such U.S. Navy sub, called the Seawolf, can dive down to 2,000 feet. The dive LD, though, is capable of much more than that. Because of its smaller pressure vessels and free-flooding capability, it can operate even at an astounding 20,000 feet underwater. Also, the sub can endure 10 days underwater and sail for more than 600 miles. That means it can explore a huge area before having to surface and recharge. Software assisted. At those depths, there would be a lot of unexpected twists, turns, and obstacles. A pre-programmed route just won't do, because what if the dive LD encounters, say, a previously unknown hydrothermal vent? It's a structure under the sea that emits extremely hot gas, which would torch the sub instantly. Following a predetermined route, the sub would just go through the vent and be destroyed. That's why the dive LD is assisted by autonomy software. Dive Technologies teamed up with a company called Metron, who provided that software to the sub. With that, the sub can avoid ships and other vessels, detect underwater obstacles, and determine a path that goes around them. Autonomy software also allows the sub to plan its route by itself. When it runs into an issue while underwater, the software also helps the sub to change its course. Another remarkable thing about Metron's software is its look-ahead methods. In other words, the dive LD can simulate different possible scenarios and choose the best route for its mission. That would allow it to complete its mission and get home in one piece each time. Military applications. The dive LD also gets the interest of the Navy. A fully autonomous robotic sub is perfect for mine-clearing missions. With a robot doing the job, the Navy doesn't have to risk ships and their crews for dealing with those underwater threats. Also, the Navy can weaponize dive LDs with torpedoes. That way, they can act like underwater drones for both surveillance and attack missions. With such a steep operating depth and small profile, the dive LD can sneak up on enemy fleets undetected. While the Dive LD is still the first of its kind, it provides a very promising future for underwater warfare. It's small, stealthy, and fully autonomous. But don't worry, a human would still have to make the final decision to fire or not.